Some people will go as far as telling you that for those who are not married and they have a spiritual husband, are you a Satan? Because it's only a Satan that knows Satan. It's only a witch that knows a witch. It's only a wizard that knows a wizard. Telling people that, or a woman, that she's having a spiritual husband, that is why he or she is not married. How did you know? Welcome back to my channel. It is good to have you here again. Today I'm going to be talking about questions you should never, like ever ask anyone. Okay, the number one question is going to be, when are you having your baby? When are you getting pregnant? How come you start monitoring people's womb when they should have a baby, when the right time for them to be pregnant or not? For me, I call this witchcraft. There are certain basic questions you do not have to ask anyone, because you do not know what that particular person is actually battling with. I'm going to be saying this because from my own personal experience, after my marriage, the moment I said I'm having headache or I said I'm having running stomach, everyone tends to think, oh, are you pregnant? These are questions people tend to ask you. Families, friends, and even people you don't have anything in common with. What is your business knowing when he or she is getting pregnant or not? Can couple actually enjoy their honeymoon without interrogation from people on when they are having their baby? Some couple may decide to just enjoy their marriage and try to conceive after 1 year or 2 years, depending on what they want. Actually, listening to the song, the name they called is Ada. It is not Jacinta. It is not Angorica. It is not Cynthia. Neither is it Linda. It is Ada. What it simply means is it could happen for Ada in 9 months' time. It might not happen for me after 9 months. People become very uncomfortable, and people are being mounted unnecessary pressure on when they should conceive. Your family may even understand and might not want to ask you or bother you with the tale of have you seen this pastor? Have you taken this medication? Your family may not really want to bother you with that because they just want to show you support. But no, if you go to the church, people are looking at you. After 3 months of marriage, or Bana, are you pregnant? Sometimes we really don't understand what witchcraft actually is. It is not only when you go to Babalawo or you go to a native doctor to make some concoction or some incantation. That is not only when you are a witch or when you are a wizard. When you monitor people's life unnecessarily, especially things that does not concern you, especially when the person in question haven't come to you to tell you that he is worried or she is worried about conception. So, Pico, you just have to mind your business. Sorry, I didn't even know my ring light wasn't on all this while I was filming this, so pardon me. And even when you go to the church where you should be finding comfort, you see people there, the brothers and the sister, monitoring you, looking at your tummy to know it is becoming bigger or is becoming smaller. Let people live their lives. If it happens for you within 9 months, good. But if it doesn't, then people just ought to enjoy their marriage. All you have to do is to go to your closet and say a word or two of prayers for them. Asking people if they are pregnant or not should be one of the questions you should not ask anyone, except that person particularly wants to share with you. Just close your mouth. Question you should never ask anyone is, when are you getting married? This actually brought some memories back, because years ago, before I got married, I go to the village. The questions my uncles, my aunts, my cousins are asking is, Konye na abiano? Konye no on board? Like, who is a man in your life? People tend to ask ask you questions like this, not even knowing if you are psychologically, emotionally, and otherwise prepared for the forever journey called marriage. People are coming for Christmas celebration, but the constant pressure of go gonna bia go guru na iti wedding, and they mistakenly see you with a man nande ibago. That question is unnecessary. 2 years before I got married, I was scared of traveling to my hometown because of the unnecessary questions people are going to ask me. You are graduating soon and you don't have any man in your life. Some even went as far as telling me that I should ensure that I don't return with my bags from the campus where I was straight to my father's house. That is not going to be good. When has it become a crime for someone to graduate and go back to our father's house? If I don't go there, where am I going to go? So we should be cautious of the kind of questions we ask people. To us, we might mean well, but to them, you don't know the feelings, you don't know the message that you are passing on to them. I don't know where people get that mentality from. And this is making ladies or women to become so desperate. The moment they get to their 20s, they want to have Romeo beside them. You see people sticking with a man they are not supposed to be with, all in the name of Kogi Nanudi, Gini. And some parents are not even helping matters. Some parents will so frustrate you to the extent that you either leave the house peacefully or you just hook up with any man around, or in the name of becoming a Mrs. So please, when it is time, it is time. When the time comes, nothing, absolutely nothing is going to stop them from settling down. All you have to do is to pray for them, pray along with them, and just ensure that they are prepared. So another question you shouldn't ask anybody is, how did you put to bed? This very question is common with Nigerians. Why I said Nigerians is because I was born and brought up in Nigeria. And I get to hear people discuss or say this: Emorunwa through CS or Emorunwa through normal delivering. And I really want to ask, what is normal delivering and abnormal delivering? I don't get it. And when you say you had your child through a cesarean section known as CS, people tend to ask you or say it is abnormal. What you should be thankful to God about is that both the mother and the child came forth in good health and they are alive. And some of them, the way they even put those words is so cruel, it's so rude. You see a woman gone through the pain of pregnancy and gone through the pain of delivering her child, you will come to her house to ask her or send her a message, how did you give birth to? For me, something is actually wrong with your head if you ask that question. Please, if you are fond of asking people, just stop. It is not a good question or a nice question to ask people, okay? One of the questions you should never think of asking people is, when are you losing weight? The reason why I'm pointing this out because I used to be one of the person who is going to ask that question. But for some reasons, I just stopped asking the question. When I had my baby, my first daughter, I added a whole lot of weight. I was battling with postpartum depression, and someone actually came to ask me that Jacinta, you are looking so big, you are looking so ugly, I couldn't even recognize you. That do something about your weight. And my daughter was just 1 month old. Looking at myself constantly at the mirror, I wasn't pleased with myself. I wasn't pleased with what I was saying. But I didn't need anyone to come and add to it, telling me how horrible I was looking or how I have added weight. So I feel bad when people look at me and tell me that you are looking so big, you are looking so fat, even if it is a reality. If you must say that, just look for a nicer way to tell the person. You go to visit a woman who just had a baby and you are telling her that, oh, if Cassiana, it is not a nice word for her at that time. You don't know if she had any complication why she cannot or she couldn't go through with a weight loss program. You don't know if she has a weight challenge or if she's on medication that is making her to add unnecessary weight. You do not know. It is not a nice question to ask people, especially when you know you can't be of help. Guys, I love you immensely and see you soon.